Hi and welcome back to part 2 of my series on the LittleBird familiarisation in Arma2 and general protection. At the minute my speed is 70k, and if I press my rudder pedal or anti-torque pedal as it can be known, you'll see that I've only got a limited yaw. Now if I reduce my speed to around about 40k, what you'll see is when I now press my left hand pedal, I will have a proper full yaw, but you'll also notice that I lose some speed, some forward speed, because of the yaw affecting the lift that's now generated by the rotors. If I continue to hold the pedal, what you'll see is the speed oscillates between positive and negative. Basically, there are very slight dips in pitch, and the pitch is oscillating between nose down slightly and nose up slightly. If I bleed off the speed more, as I'm doing now, and then hold the rudder pedal, what you'll actually see is we get to the point where the nose will drop and the speed will increase dramatically. Now the altitude also considerably drops, which means I have effectively stalled the helicopter. So when you see your speed suddenly increase and then your altitude decrease rapidly, you have stalled the aircraft. The only way to resolve that is to get up enough forward speed through pitch until you can regain control of the aircraft. Now what we're going to do is experiment and show you the various effects on the LittleBird with pitch. So you can see as I nose down, speed increases, 45 degrees pitch back. You'll see the speed decreases. If you hold it on, it'll actually decrease to a negative speed, and in fact you're flying backwards. Okay, we'll try that again, and this time I'm going to actually pitch back using the cyclic to a much steeper angle, and you can see the speed drops considerably, but it's still controllable. Alright, this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back on the cyclic, and I'm going to hold it there, and effectively what I'm going to do is stall the helicopter. The blades can no longer sustain my speed or altitude, and what you'll see is that the nose will suddenly drop off, and the helicopter is now, until it gains speed again, out of control. I need to have full collective up here so that I can avoid crashing into the ground. Okay, so what we're going to do next is basically we're going to try and avoid such rapid decrease in altitude, which obviously can be not good for one's health. So this time, just before I reach the stall, I'm actually going to use my anti-torque or rudder pedal, and I'm going to be the one who basically pulls the nose or yaws the aircraft to the left. So I'm building up some speed, pulling back on the cyclic, drop the speed, full pedal, and as you can see the altitude that I have now lost is less, because at all times I was under power. I hadn't stalled the helicopter. So I'll do another one of those, and this time I'm deliberately going to over pitch it at the bottom, and you'll see that because the angle of the rotor blades is not at 90 degrees to my angle of movement of the whole aircraft, I'm going to lose considerably more height. So here, first of all, I'm going to full left pedal. This time I'm going to overcorrect, and as you can see the tail's way too far down, and as you'll see I'll lose a lot more height because the rotor blades are no longer at 90 degrees to the direction of the aircraft's movement. So just be careful of that and don't overcompensate. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again now, except this is going to be from the inside view. Okay, so we've gained a reasonable amount of height for safety, and now we'll just increase our speeds by putting the nose down a bit. Okay, so my inside view, watching my speed, left pedal, not stalled, back on the cyclic, level it up, control my speed, altitude by 80, 70 or 80, which is reasonable. So it was all nicely under control. At no point had I stalled the aircraft.